Crunchy. Hello, Crunch community. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. This is right after 2023. We're hitting the new 2024. 2023 was such a wonderful year. I have Oni and John here. We're just going to be discussing probably the best of and the worst of 2023, any events that happened, what we got up to this year. What you guys want to start off first? Movies, video games?
I think maybe video games. I think because man, 2023 was such a weird time for gaming. We had some bangers that came out in the gaming community, but we also had some stinkers, dude.
You know
Like
what?
some really, really bad. I think 2023 is probably like the most crap I've heard about video games to this day. Like multiple games across multiple platforms, but then also there have been really good games that have come out across multiple platforms as well. So I think maybe we should start there, man, because it's definitely a roller
Okay.
coaster.
I'm really surprised at how many like notoriously bad games came out in
Exactly.
2023. Like, but I mean, like, still, I don't want to sour 2023. I think this was a really great year. I played a lot of great games um in 2023 last year. But you want to start off with the first game that you checked out, John? I have a good
I
list
think
there.
for me personally, like game that I loved 2023 was just Resident Evil 4. I played the bejesus out of Resident Evil 4. Like going all the way back to like the GameCube, dude. I played it non-stop on the GameCube when I had it. On that very GameCube, you seen the background? That I played Resident Evil 4 on that GameCube right up there. Right up there.
Oh
Oh wait,
yeah,
That's the same GameCube I've had for like 20 some odd years now.
it's worth a
So
million
I
bucks
played
now.
Resident Evil 4 nonstop on that thing, dude. So when it first came out, and then I played it again for the Xbox when it came back for re-release, like the exact same game, Resident Evil 4, and then coming into 2023, Resident Evil 4, it was just such a great game because it wasn't just like a copy and paste, which I really like that Resident Evil's been doing. So I really like that it was just its own refresh game that came out with extra story, extra lore, extra gameplay. That was probably one of my favorite things. Um, so for me personally, Resident Evil 4 was just top dog for me because I didn't get to really play anything else, but I know there was a really good games out there. I just didn't get to try them out. But Resident Evil 4 for me was just one of the best games that came out.
I'm so
Shout out
confused.
to Leonard for bringing up the food, man. Making me
Yeah,
hungry.
so Leonard just joined us in the video. What's up, Leonard? He just
I want to hear the
oh
He's trying to
ASMR.
eat, bro.
I want to hear the
ASMR,
chewing.
eat it. Give me that crunch right now.
But their wings are not crunchy.
Oh, let's eat the
oh,
bone. What are you talking about? Damn, he's not
get
even
that
getting it on
bone
camera.
marrow.
He says not for free. This isn't for free.
Give him the guat right now, bro.
uh, I'm so confused, John. So you went back to play the GameCube Resident Evil 4?
No. I meant like I played Resident Evil
He started
4
off
on
on
the
the
GameCube,
GameCube. Yeah.
when I was like 10 years old. Like when
Okay.
I like when the game first released back in like I don't even remember the year. Was it 2005? I think it was 2005. But back when I was like 10, 11 years old, I was playing the bejesus out of Resident Evil 4, dude. I played it again, tried to beat it on professional. I didn't have the experience or the know how to do it on professional back then, dude. But like when I came back, tried to do it when I was like 14, 15, man, dude, it was such a good time. Like that was just a game that I played
Okay.
start to finish multiple times, different time periods in my life. Like it's just a fun game to get back into. But when I found out they were making a re-release, when they started making, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, I was really hoping they did part 4. When they announced it, I was very hyped for it.
Okay, so you did
But
play
yeah, dude,
the
that's just
remake 4.
yes. Yeah, I played the original one and then I played the re-release when they came out like in Xbox. Can't remember. It was like maybe 5 years ago where they re-released it. But it was just a copy and paste game, but just remastered. But man, dude, I really loved it this year, dude. It was a really good game. I'm already like
Okay.
on my second playthrough already.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
since
Levi
we're on
beat
the
it like
topic of
6
Resident Evil
times.
4, no. See, he's talking about the remastered version, like the touched up version.
What are you talking
I played the
Yeah.
remake.
Yeah, and I played the remake too. Yeah, but I just started recently playing the remake.
Yeah. The remake for the longest time in 2023 was my contender for game of the year. It was my first entry into the franchise. I beat the game like kind of begrudgingly. There was a lot of moments where like I was very afraid, but I kind of pushed through. And it was just so frustrating, man. Like I was getting super super frustrated because this is my first Resident Evil game. I decided to go hard mode. I went
Dang,
hard
bro.
mode, and I was just like, it was incredibly difficult. I think I probably spent like maybe 3 hours on the final boss, maybe
Mhm.
2. It was just ridiculous. But I did beat it like 6 times because I want to
Yeah.
get that platinum trophy. So
Mhm.
I had to go through it with a only using a knife and handgun run. You can't
Mhm.
heal it.
Yeah.
You can't heal at all. Run. Um, you can't talk to the merchant. Run. So yeah, it was incredibly fun. I figured out like a whole bunch of like little secrets and how to like cheese through levels and stuff like that. For my first playthrough, it took me like about more than 30 hours to beat the game, and then after a
Mhm.
while, it only takes you like 5 or 4 hours to beat it. So it's really
Yeah.
I became a Resident Evil god by the end.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm really loving it right now, man. Cause I recently just got a chance to buy it and play it, man. But man, I'm just enjoying it so much already, man. It's such a good game.
I played the demo.
Uh, yeah, he let her play the demo.
It was a big
That's all you
improvement.
need.
I hate going back to the original because it's so bad control wise.
Yeah, man. It was definitely, a game of its time because it was a really weird aiming system. Um, I
It was
think I
fun though.
liked I liked a lot of the new things that they introduced, which was like over the shoulder gameplay, um, and that was very new for Resident Evil at that time. So I mean, I liked all the things that they introduced during that time, but golly, was it just a game of its time? Because I think it was the left stick that you used to aim, which was very weird. Now thinking about it, using the left stick to aim, but I mean that's just how the game was back then.
That is weird. I'm trying to think of how that would work. Just aiming. How you
Yeah,
move?
so like you move with left, but your character stops moving if you press the left trigger.
Okay.
So
All right.
once you press the left trigger, your character stops, and then that's how you aim.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah. Leon's probably one of my favorite characters now. Like, it is just so crazy. Like, I don't know, because right now me and Leonard are playing through Resident Evil 8. We just beat. All we need to beat is the werewolf guy, the Lycan,
Hmm.
and like, I'm not liking Ethan Winters. I'm like, man, Leon Kennedy will beat the whole shit out of this man. And he do puns and shit.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
Leon is a badass, bro.
Yeah, Leon's a really good character, dude. There's a reason why he's a fan favorite in the franchise.
Yeah, it's just he saw that little dude. He's like, "Who the fuck are you?" I still love that part, man. It's so out there.
Hmm.
One game that I did play very early. I haven't beat it yet. Was Marvel's Midnight Suns. That was very
Hmm.
different. It was like an XCOM card game.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't really. It didn't make off any impressions on me. It was different. It was still fun, but like I didn't get that far enough to where I think I moved into Resident Evil 4. I think that's what
Hmm.
happened.
Hmm.
Um, Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was a little bit lackluster. Like after playing Resident Evil 4, Spider-Man 2 did knock it off the throne for my game of the year. Um, Spider-Man 2, I'm just trying to figure out what was the issue. I think it was just compared to the other games. Like a lot of people, there's like a whole bunch of discussions on why Spider-Man 2 didn't win Game of the Year. and like why it should have and stuff like that. I just don't think
Mhm.
it really excelled in a lot of categories. Like it was still a great game, but
Yeah, I
it was
think
just a
I
little
think from what I
lackluster.
seen from Spider-Man 2, like it was very, story rich. The mechanics of the game
Mhm.
took it a step above what Spider-Man 1 was. So I think they improved a lot of the game. But I think where they suffered, I think what people have been saying is that they tried to stuff too much into the game, and it was very
I don't think they had.
overwhelming at a certain point.
I don't think it had enough. It was like a 30-hour game with, and I even got the platinum trophy in like 30 hours. Like it was a
Mhm.
really short game. I was really surprised.
Oh, okay. So maybe they tried
Yeah,
to put too much into, or maybe they put too much into a different what is it? Story wide of the game. Well, I'm not really sure. But in terms of completionist wise, then yeah, I think you think that it did need a little more,
yeah,
in terms of like completing the game 100%.
yeah. Hopefully, all the DLC helps make it like come back. But yeah, everyone was just mocking Spider-Man 2 because it was nominated 7 times and didn't
Hmm.
win a single category, which is
Yeah,
wild.
yeah. I think it's more like of those games that was like a jack of all trades. Like it did everything very very good, but it did not much very well. If that makes
Mm,
sense. Like, it didn't
yeah,
excel anywhere else, but it crossed the line. It did very good.
yeah, um, yeah. Let's see here. Um, so I don't know what would be my worst game of the year
Oh,
that I
jeez, look
played.
at you.
So I did play
Watch God
Forspoken.
brought you.
Nickelodeon. Did you even play the second one? Me and Leonard played the
I
first
mean,
one.
those men are thieves, though. They're thieves. They just re-released an update, bro. I mean, that's one thing. But I think in terms of like a bad game, a really bad game, I think that people were really hyped for. I think probably Redfall is probably up there.
No, yeah,
Um,
I heard that
that
was
was supposed to be an
trash.
Xbox exclusive that people were hyped for, man. But man, did that one just fall flat on its face.
Hmm.
It was glitchy to all hell. The story was just all over the place, and they used like comic book style of storytelling between like the the lore of the game, which was very weird. I mean, you spend all this money, you can't even do regular cutscenes, and then the AI was just terrible in that game. It was just even on like the hardest difficulty, people were just like dumbfounded by the game.
There was
But I
also
think,
oh, when you're done.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's a different game. Whenever you're done. So
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but I think that game just like fell flat on its face, dude. And it's just a testament to like how there's not really a console war anymore. Because I mean, Xbox is just you know very badly fallen on its face in terms of like exclusives. It's just a testament to that, dude. Because it was supposed to be one of their exclusive games, available day one on Game Pass, all that jazz, man. But it just did not do well.
The
Oh,
Walking Dead. I didn't play it, but I saw
Oh, by
people
that
play
one
it.
studio, right?
It looked like a
Is
fucking bad
Mill?
PS2
Is it
game.
something Mill? Right?
Probably.
What's the name of that
uh,
studio? And they make a bunch of like high cost licensed
Game.
movies or something. Like they did one of Avatar as well, and it was supposed to be very bad as well.
oh yeah, that one. Flux Games or Game Mill.
I think it's Game Mill. I think it's Game
Okay.
Mill. They make horrible games, dude. I think they came out with like three of them this year. It was like Walking Dead, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and one more. I think it was it Godzilla or no King Kong. I think it was a King Kong video game. That they all were just terrible games.
Mhm.
And like full price games too, like at $40-$50, and they're just terrible, half done, really bad games. But another studio, I think they just do meme stuff. Like there's no way they can make that many bad games on purpose. Like it's weird.
I
But
think Golem also came out this year
the other
too.
game I think that was terrible was Gollum, Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Yeah, but the Golem I think came out this year too.
It looks so
Yeah,
bad.
I think that game was so bad that the studio who made it went out of business. I
Good
think that's how
things,
bad the
Jeremy.
game was. They expected it to do a lot better than it did.
That's crazy. But okay, so I played two bad games. So I played Forspoken. I played the first 2 hours of it or something like that, the demo, and
Mhm.
so I had an okay experience with it. Like, it was very tanky. It was very tanky though. The enemies
Mhm.
had huge health bars, and then I saw like how bad it gets after that, like how ridiculous the dialogue is, and um, just how repetitive it can get. Um, but I still had like an okay time playing the first 2 hours. But I
Mhm.
think the worst game I played, which didn't come out in 2023, was Evil Dead, the video game. I hated that. I hated my time playing it. Like I was playing with Leonard, I hated it.
Levi's just bad.
We couldn't get into a lobby. It was
Oh,
just,
that was bad. But the game itself is not bad. Levi just sucks.
no. It was terrible. It was terrible. You know,
Yeah, I can see Levi freaking out during that game, dude. Like he's
it
just
wasn't
so
scary at
scared
all.
that he's so scared that he just couldn't do anything. I can
Oh,
see
it
that
wasn't a
though.
scary game at all. I was the monster most of the time. It was terrible. I hated it.
We couldn't even play together because the matchmaking was so bad.
Like we were literally playing different games like as we were going through.
Like no one wants to be a survivor or something like that.
No one wants to be the monster. That's what's going on. I think.
Yeah, because everyone's like so high leveled already that they have all the perks unlocked. So they just whoop your ass if you're a new player.
Oh, I also played another terrible game, Marvel's The Avengers. The first 3 hours. I man, I don't know how. I don't know how you like that game so much, Leonard. You
Is that the
important
one that was what is it called? What's that game style called?
the live service game.
Hero games. The ones where you just kind
Yeah,
of walk around. Yeah, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
the one
that
by
one
Square
wasn't
Enix.
that great either.
yeah. I was just like,
Levi kept getting his ass beat, so he was frustrated.
I was not frustrated. It's a bad game, Leonard. Like
No, you kept getting
you
beat by
pick
what?
bad games.
Nah.
Yes, you do. And then when I try showing Leonard some good games, he's like, I don't like this. I don't like story mode games. The games I showed
Why
Leonard
ever
this
say
year was the Warriors. He didn't
that?
like it. Like we had the objective. We spent like 3 hours on one level because Leonard wouldn't get to the objective.
Didn't you play a PS2 game?
That didn't.
You want to play it?
That didn't make any sense. And then Tales of the Borderlands, which Leonard does not like Telltale games because they're not as choice driven as he wants them to.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
But what about you, Onisimo? Did you play anything else, or did you see anything that you liked or you didn't like?
The Hogwarts Legacy game was pretty cool for a minute, and then people just got bored with it. I think they're gonna try to update it, but I don't know when that's coming out. Add more content.
I have that on my games that I missed out on that I
Uh-huh.
really want to play. And it's funny because Hogwarts Legacy was like a hot topic button, like, but I think it was for like political reasons.
Mm-hmm.
For
Because
real?
once,
Yeah,
yeah,
the author.
They're just hating on JK.
Oh,
Rowling.
JK, yeah, I forgot
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was the whole. I'm not sure if that led to the popularity of the game, but like I didn't hear much about it. It wasn't nominated for any awards. I was really surprised, and like
It
it looked
kind of,
really,
yeah, it looked really
phenomenal.
good.
The game
It
trailer.
just fell off, kind of. I mean, there's only as much stuff as you can do in that game. Like once you beat the story mode, then it's kind of like Spider-Man, like open world, but still can do like
Mhm.
side quests. But I think people just ran out of stuff to do.
Yeah, makes sense. So it's like one of those kind of games that if they don't keep adding more to it, then I don't think the interest is gonna,
Yeah,
continue with it.
they did tease a lot of stuff in the game. Apparently, I watched a lot of gameplay. They teased like the Chamber of Secrets, and they tease like a whole bunch of stuff you could do eventually, but I don't know when they're gonna, update it.
Mm-hmm.
What about
Um,
Starfield?
Starfield. I was not sure if I want to put that on my game that I missed out on because I didn't hear anything about it. Like I've been wanting to play it, but then like it kind of died because it took so long for it to be made that
Exactly.
like it. So like my hype just kind of like died down, and
Yeah, and the launch was not good. So that was another thing that really, really hurt it. Um,
I think Bethesda needs to
and
go out of business.
yeah, and the thing that I think that all the hype that we really saw about the game was just more of the Xbox fandom trying to overhype the game. To be completely honest, because a lot of what I saw from that game was like people comparing glitches from them and like Spider-Man 2, I believe. There was just a lot of arguing on like Twitter and things like that, or like comparing the game's glitches on like AAA studios and stuff. But I think that's really kind of the end of it because Starfield did not have a good launch, flat out. There's no argument there. But as like the game started getting better and like as they started making more improvements to the game, there was something to play there, and there was something to write home about the game. But eventually, people just lost interest in it. I mean, it took too long, and there was so much negativity about the game already that people didn't want to play it anymore. And again, it was one of those things that was supposed to be an Xbox exclusive, and it was supposed to be one of their games that they really were trying to hype up, and it just fell again at the very start of it all. So I mean, it's just another one of those games that just kind of shows that Xbox just really isn't hitting the mark on these games, dude.
Mhm. I'm trying to figure out the last game that they made that was a hit, but I can't recall. Like
It's kind of
I'm
hard.
like I just bought Xbox and I don't know. I just there
I
hasn't been
told you you
anything
should have
that
bought
was
a
like
PC, dude. You should have just bought a
maybe I should
PC,
have
brother.
maybe I should have.
You can still return that bitch, man. Just get a
Yeah,
PC, man. Because I'll tell you, you
but
could still play Xbox games on the PC.
Mm-hmm.
it's still unopened. Let me see here. Street Fighter 6 was pretty
Oh
amazing.
yeah,
Leonard kept share playing with me. That's a really phenomenal game. The graphics on that is really amazing. I really like how they kind of incorporate hip hop into it. Have you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
seen
I
gameplay of
liked
it?
how they like really made it customizable. Because I think that was probably like it's
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what do you do next? What do you do next for a fighting game? I mean, it's in the name, Street Fighter. So I'm sure one dude in that in that conference meeting was like, "What if we just have people fight on the street?" And we're just like, "Oh my god, that's such a good idea!" And then on top of that, you were able to like customize your character as goofy as you wanted it to be. I
Oh
think
yeah, yeah,
that was probably the best
yeah.
part because there was just so many meme worthy characters coming out of that game, and it
Just
was
make it
just
so
hilarious.
One Piece character, man, with the One
Yeah,
Piece
dude,
character body type.
it was hilarious seeing people's created characters, dude. And I think that's really what helped the game, have this much popularity as it did.
Yeah, that was really good. I remember playing it. And just like I was like, so you just walk up to random people and you just challenge them in fights. You just challenge
Yeah,
random business people, and it
yeah,
was
dude.
really funny. Great, good. I believe Street Fighter 6 did win game of the uh, fighter game of the year. Which
Okay.
I'm really glad. I will take that over Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat. What are we talking about?
Well, we just finished talking about Street Fighter 6.
Oh man, the only one who plays it is gone.
You want to talk about it, Leonard? Go ahead, since you played it the
I mean, it's
most.
my first fighter game that I actually played, but it's really cool. It's really beginner friendly.
Yeah, it was a really interesting. Any aspects you liked about it? We're talking about how like make your own custom character
Oh yeah,
and
the story mode is it's fun. You get to make your own character, but there's a lot of monstrosities people make.
Yeah, I probably would
yeah,
have been
we're
one of those
talking about that.
people.
Make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
One Piece character. One
Then
Piece
I
there's
would
the
have
character.
made the
arcade mode.
goofiest character if I could, if I had that game, dude.
We played what did we play? Final Fight? No, the one with Cody and the. There's arcade games in the game itself.
Oh
You
yeah,
can play
yeah.
you can play Street Fighter 2. You can play there's another the one the side scroller we played. The beat 'em up.
I think it's Final Fight or Fatal Fight. Fatal
Final Fight.
Fury. Fatal
Something like
Fury.
that. But yeah, there's a bunch of games you can play co-op and stuff, and then
It's the one you play with Mike Hagar.
yeah, that one was fun.
The mayor, that's a wrestler.
Yeah, that was a cool thing they had, and then the characters are cool. But so if you want to buy, should probably wait until it goes on sale though. But yeah, the modern controls are cool. I don't use them because they confuse me, but it's very user friendly for new players. That's it. Yeah.
Did anyone try out the My Hero Academia Battle Royale game?
I
Oh
did
my
not.
God.
Shit's hard, dude.
Eric tried to get me to play that, but nah, I'm not playing My Hero Academia Battle Royale.
Why not?
You should
It
play
was
is the finals with us.
The finals
it was
was that?
different. Oh yeah.
It's a new
Larry just
shooter.
played
Have
finals.
you heard of it, John?
Yeah, I've heard of it. A lot of the people in Apex community are pushing that game right now.
Yeah, it's similar like the movement with the ropes and shit.
Mhm.
It's fun.
Mhm.
I played it yesterday. I think you like it, and it's crossplay, so we can all play together.
Is it free or do you have to buy it?
It's free.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
one of those
shoot.
free games.
I gotta
You
download
get
it then.
What is he was gonna download that shit?
Yeah,
Like
I'm
how you
downloading
can
it now.
destroy the environment. It's so cool. You can blow up walls and shit. It's fun.
You get to build though.
We'll play it tonight.
But yeah, My Hero Academia Battle Royale, me and Leonard played it for like maybe 5 hours, and we're getting demolished. We got spanked.
Mhm.
I remember
Super
Eric was
sweaty
telling
game.
me like it was like our health will get depleted like real fast, and then Eric was like saying, "Hey, I'll carry you guys." I guess no one plays with Eric.
Yeah, no one plays with Eric, dude. He's the only one that plays that one.
He's just naturally good at the game for some reason.
But let's see here. What else I get into? Let's talk about before I dive into anything else. Yeah, let's dive into Fortnite. Fortnite did a lot of great stuff. John, I know you don't like Fortnite, but you gotta give it props for going back to Fortnite OG,
Yeah.
incorporating Lego Fortnite, Fortnite Rock Band. I know that's not what it's called.
I think if that update came out before the Game Awards, it would have won over
I'll go-
Cyberpunk.
Probably,
I'm surprised I got it. I was like, what the hell?
The
whole-
racing, the fucking it's crazy what Epic's doing.
They're just
Yeah,
absorbing
it's-
other games into one game.
Yeah, it's becoming its own market. Like it's
Mhm.
crazy.
I mean, I don't even play Battle Royale half the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just like it's getting incredibly good. I know they're making a lot of money because now it's like now you got your Lego skins, now you got your microphone skin for $15.
Music.
Well, yeah, then you got your music. I paid $5 for a song.
Jesus.
that's
Levi.
how
I know,
crazy it
yeah.
is.
And
It
I
was a
never
really
said
good-
I didn't like Fortnite, but I don't like to play Fortnite all that much.
Oh,
But
okay.
Fortnite is the game, the future of gaming. It
Mhm.
it truly
Okay.
is. It's truly the future of what we're going to be doing as gamers in the next 5 to 10 years.
They started the Battle Pass, right?
Yeah, if I don't know if they started
One
it,
of the-
but they
One of the
definitely
early
made
adopters.
they definitely made it like mainstream
Mhm.
to where
And
every
now
game's doing it
It's
now.
crazy what you're doing.
Mhm.
So, like, it truly is going to be the future of gaming. Everything that they're doing, man, companies will follow suit because they're going to see the
Yep.
success of Fortnite. So, I mean, just starting with Unreal Engine, bro. I mean, it's just they're doing so much already. People are creating their own games in the game, and that is insane to say.
Yeah, they're
Because
great.
the future studios should start working on things like that, especially like now that Epic Games has collaborated with Fortnite and Rocket League to create different modes inside of their own Fortnite game. Lego is a huge sponsor or a huge name to use in the gaming industry. So I mean, just naturally on its own, like that's huge.
Gotta steal
And
those
if they
Minecraft.
And if they
Mhm.
do, if I don't know if that mode's gonna be permanent, but if they create a permanent mode like that, it's going to be insane. I mean, like that's detrimental to the Minecraft community, dude. Because I mean, that's all Minecraft is. So if they expand upon that, dude, like it's just
Yeah.
and you could do all of this just from the Fortnite menu. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane, dude. So whatever they're doing at Epic Games and Fortnite, it's just, that is definitely going to be the future of gaming, and people will start to follow that within the next 5 years. And who knows where
Uh,
we're going to be 10 years from now, dude. I'm going to be in a virtual reality room with all these different things that Fortnite's doing, man. Who knows what's going to happen in the future of gaming, man, but it's going to be
yeah,
insane.
it's really good.
And all
It's
that
really
money
good.
we spent on skins already,
Yes, exactly, dude.
they keep pulling us back in.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I think the only practice I hate is just the battle pass. Like I like Fortnite's battle pass, but the fact that it's like inspiring other companies to do it and other live services and stuff like that, I'm like, man, this.
I don't think I have a problem with a battle pass because you don't
Everything has
have
battle
to
pass.
get it. You don't
Mhm.
have to get the battle pass.
It's for the content. Like this is something I want. Oh, it's locked behind a battle pass. I think that's why I did like the what the Warner Brothers multiverse thing. Like those.
hmm
Like it was such a grind to get through a battle pass on that thing, and I was like, oh, man, I can't do this. This is not. I can't jump into as much as I do with Fortnite, and so it's just that like,
hmm
but for Fortnite, praise the
Yeah,
it's getting
but
better
I
and
don't
better.
mind a battle pass for a free game. I'll get that
Okay.
out. I don't mind battle passes for a free game, bro. But if you have games that are like Dead by Daylight, where you have to pay like $25-$30 for that game, and there's a
Call of
battle
Duty.
pass that comes out every season for that, that is insane to me. Because you have
Okay,
to
yeah,
buy the game, you have to buy the battle pass, and you have to also buy characters that have certain perks. And if you don't have those perks, sometimes you're just not going to be in the meta. So you have to get certain characters, especially ones that are licensed. You have to buy them. You can't use the free in-game currency. Like that is an insane model to me, but it works for them because people are gonna pay for it. So in terms of that, I look at a studio like Dead by Daylight in a much more negative light when they have a battle pass as opposed to like Fortnite, where it's all cosmetic. But in Dead by Daylight, you have to get these certain characters to get certain perks. And if you want to do it the free way, it's gonna take you like 150 plus hours just to unlock a few of the good perks. It's insane, dude.
um, I think let me see. I think I got one more game here to talk about. Final Fantasy 16. That was that was a very interesting game. That was I don't know if I would say it was better than Final Fantasy 15, but it was definitely something different. And I still haven't beat it. I want to jump back into it, but this is when I think Spider-Man 2 is coming out, and I need to really beat Miles Morales before I get into Spider-Man 2. But Final
Mhm.
Fantasy 16 is really different. They really changed like the whole formula. Like people turn into the summons. It was like a little
Yeah.
bit like Attack on Titan and meets Game of Thrones. It was a lot. It was very sexy too. Like way way more. It was like getting into like a little bit HBO esque scenes. More than so than like mostly in Final Fantasy games, all you get is like hand touching and maybe like a very long hug. And
Mhm.
in this one, you have like a naked girl sitting on a man's lap, and like they're like just getting out of bed and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, this is
Yeah,
Game
dude.
of Thrones material right here.
I see why you want to go back to that game, dude.
Not just that, but it was very different. There was decapitations in there. People getting their limbs cut off. Like I was like, whoa, this is your daddy's Final Fantasy. Like this is really good. But yeah, I applaud Square Enix for making some for extending boundaries with this game. But any games that you guys missed out on or
Baldur's Gate.
Mm,
I only
Baldur's
bought
Gate
one game
3?
this year.
I think
Mhm.
Elden Ring. I think I would have loved to play Elden Ring.
Elden Ring was Game of the Year last year in 2022.
I really wanted to play it this year. I just didn't get a chance to, man.
So yeah,
Same.
so I was saving Baldur's Gate 3. That it's so hard for me to make this my game of the year because I played so much of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I probably put like 100 hours in Baldur's Gate 1, and seeing Baldur's Gate 3 as game of the year, I would never expected that. I would never
Yeah.
expect it. I like for the life of me, I would never recommend Baldur's Gate 1 as a game. Like that is for like a very niche community. Like never in my mind will I be like, "Oh, you want to get into video games? Baldur's Gate 1." No. Is like for me knowing that I really like these type of games, I cannot recommend it to someone else. Baldur's Gate 3 though, like they really simplified the gameplay, the graphics, and storytelling I think is very very welcoming to newcomers and stuff like that. And it was really like what's the word? It's kind of like a dream, surreal. It was very surreal to see it win
Mhm.
Game of the Year. And I got into it, and I really can't stop. I have 2 campaigns right now. I have one campaign of my own personal story, and then the one story of me being a barbarian with the evil druid Leonard. Leonard's playing it.
If I get so mad.
Yeah. So John, you know how
He
you
wants me
yell
to play
at?
his way.
So you know how you get you know how you yell at Oni for in Apex? That's exactly how I'm doing in Baldur's Gate 3.
That's funny.
Leonard keeps screwing us over. Getting
I
people
make
locked
my
up.
own decisions, and he gets mad.
Bad
Really constant.
decisions. I was like, hey, we should probably load the game because we already messed up. No. 30 minutes later into a fight, we're all dead. All right, well, let's load it up.
Multiple times.
That's funny.
But yeah.
That's fine.
I know you were watching one of the streams, John, and I just gotta say, so when you're playing, when you initiate a cutscene, you're the one that makes the decisions for that cutscene. So if you were to play me and Leonard, you can play however you want. We literally cannot stop you from making a decision if you go into that cutscene. So for me, like, of course, watching me play, you would think, okay, this is kind of boring because I'm playing kind of pacifist. I'm talking my way out of shit and everything. But knowing you have the option to punch everything, kill everything if you want.
Mhm.
Like, Leonard literally spent the first hour in the village getting into trouble, threatening kids. And I know it's possible. Guards will stop you if you're threatening kids and threatening to kill them and stuff like that. So,
That's
you
funny.
know. But yeah. Games I missed out on, Super Mario Wonder. That's the newest Mario game. They did some stuff with different with it.
Mhm.
Really wish I played it. Super Mario RPG. I'm so fucking pissed I missed out on this game. I'm hoping to buy it soon. And
Mhm.
also Persona 5 Tactica.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Tactica is, I really enjoyed the Persona 5 cast. And the fact that it's an XCOM game is even more better. There was another game, Atomic Heart, which I didn't hear anything about it. It seemed a lot like BioShock.
Yeah.
And then Pikmin 4 Fire Emblem Engage. And get this, so I bought both of those games. Pikmin 4 and Fire Emblem Engage, haven't touched them. And I even bought the
Dang.
Fire Emblem Engage big box. It's like this collector's edition. It comes with
Yeah.
everything. It was like maybe $80. And I haven't opened it yet. But I hope so
Dang.
soon. I really love both series. I'm really happy that Pikmin 4 finally won an award. I don't know if you don't like Pikmin. I don't know, you just hate Oliver and Smash, John. But
yeah, I hate that, man.
I'm just really excited Pikmin 4 won
Yeah.
something. Won
I
an
didn't
award.
hate Pikmin, but I think it just wasn't my kind of game because I did play it when I was younger, back when it first released. But it just wasn't really my kind of game. But I did enjoy it, for what it was. But I don't think I would ever pick it up again. And for me, it was just kind of like one of those one and done kind of games, and I never really went back to it.
I can't recommend picking 4 because I haven't played it yet, but supposedly it's really, really good. It knocks everything
Mhm.
out. It knocks everything out. But yeah, I think that's everything I've talked about so far. Anything for you, John? Like that you played
Mm,
or?
not anything new so far. Just like going back to the Fortnite, man. I got it really addicted to Lego Fortnite for a little while there.
Oh yeah.
I really do hope that it's a game mode that becomes permanent and they keep it, because I mean, when I was kind of getting fatigued from playing Apex so much, I really needed something to just play and not rage for a little while. Like Lego Fortnite was it, dude. It was a really fun time for a little while there. So it was like a nice break for me to play just Lego Fortnite. But now I'm back on that Apex grinds, man. So
Yeah.
Onisimo probably gonna play again, and
Mhm.
just continue to grind that shit, man. I'll keep yelling at Onisimo. So I'm still on that. It's amazing to me because actually now that we're entering 2024, Apex is now going on 5 years. Um, which
Oh
is a
wow.
which is a pretty big testament for the gaming space, because to continue to get that support. They've just recently added cross progression back in 2024. I mean, this is something that they've promised for a long time though, but it's finally good that it's here and it's a thing now. So now people who have been playing on console for so long now are going to be able to switch to PC with no issues, so that's pretty good.
Cool. Cool. Um. Yeah. Oh, I am getting back into 2 old games on the Nintendo Switch. Witcher 3, which plays magnificent. I played like the
Mhm.
first hour. I haven't really had any lag or bugs or anything like that. It's a really great game. I was playing Witcher 3 on like game launch. I got up
Yeah.
to like maybe I got up to like maybe 30 hours of it. It's a really spectacular game.
Yeah.
Um, oh, I remember I showed you Witcher 3 that one time.
Yeah, you did.
So funny story. I'm gonna go and derail this. So funny story. So me and John are playing Witcher 3 in a public library, and we
It was
have
at the school library. We were at the school library. We
yeah
rented
school
one of the
library.
rooms
Yeah,
to like, you were supposed to like study rooms, but we were using
yeah,
it to play games.
and one of our friends, Courtney, was there.
Mhm.
And so I let John play a little bit. We're playing like other games like Jump All Stars and stuff like that. Well, John, he starts talking to one of the elves at the brothel, and like
Yeah.
one of the funniest catchphrases we start is where Geralt he just says off the bat, "So you're an elf," and then
And then apparently that meant you gonna get it on. Like, that's apparently what that means. I had no clue. It was that simple.
so it's on a big flat screen TV, and
Yeah.
then starts the HBO scene,
Yeah.
and
And
Courtney
then
was so
Courtney,
scared.
yeah, he was just like looking around like to see who was gonna see us because it's going on, and people are just like studying in the other room. Like this is an actual library where people are trying to get their degrees and shit. It was funny.
Well, yeah, and then I'm getting back to Disco Elysium, which is a very text heavy game. Like every text is voiced, but it's also a dice game to where like every time you do a skill check, you have to roll dice.
Hmm.
But like there's literally, as far as I've seen from the game, there's no combat. You literally play as a cop that has amnesia from partying too much, and like he's just like a very suicidal, depressed, drunk, and like you have the
Damn.
option of saying a lot of weird shit, and like people question like, "What do you mean by that?" And he's like, "I don't know." Like you, like yeah, we'll have some just weird stuff for you to say, and it's really funny. And then when like you're gonna fail most of these checks, when you fail them, they're really hilarious, and like somehow it's like the better option. It's like you fail
Yeah.
forward. There was just like one hotel guy. He was like, "Oh hey, you owe me for the room and the broken window and all this other damages. You owe me like $750." And it was
Hmm.
like calmly walk away from the situation. So I wrote it. I failed. This dude is going across the room, and then he just jumps up, does the fingers, crashing the old lady, and the guy's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, sir. You don't have to worry about the 750. Let's just call it." 500. All right, right.
Dang.
Like, are you okay? But yeah, it's a incredibly funny game, but it's very text heavy. Like sometimes I'm just like, fuck, they're talking way too damn much.
Yeah. I think I
but,
would just completely lose interest in the game like that, dude.
yeah. You might like goof around for an hour or so, but yeah, after a while, it's just like it's so heavy. But yeah, anything else, guys? Anything about video games before we move on to the next thing?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
You guys didn't play Diablo?
I did not play Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
Diablo 4. You know what? To be honest, me and Leonard play a Diablo-esque game. We actually played Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh, that's basically the same thing.
Yeah, the same. No, it is. It is. It does the same gameplay style and everything.
Same story.
Why didn't we pick it back up again, Leonard? You didn't like it that much, or
played other stuff?
just play other stuff? It was fine.
Where's John?
There's a lot of things, and then also I wanted to ask you guys. You guys are both PlayStation guys. You guys aren't into the Star Wars Jedi Survivor, like those types of games.
I talked about that game in a short, but I didn't get a chance to play it. And also, I felt like I would have to play the first game of the series because it follows, right?
Yeah, it follows. The story's amazing. Though.
I never played it. I mean, I have it like over there behind me,
but it looked really fantastic. Like, to be honest with you, like when I saw the trailer, and even the main character of the game, he also got a voice actor.
Yeah, like he's really good acting and voice acting also.
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I made the statement that Star Wars games are coming back because of how amazing that game looked. But yeah. Anything else, Sonny? Or anything you saw?
Pretty much it. I was looking up right now, like games that came out 2023. It feels like they came out like so long ago that I forget, like at the beginning of the year, what came out. So I have to refresh my memory.
Yeah, it was very easy. I had to look. I just had to look at the past streams that we did, and I was able to see. I was like, damn, like we. I was like, I didn't think we played that much video games, but yeah, looking back at the streams, we did dive into a lot of different things. To be honest, Leonard actually got me into my very first Monster Hunter game. So, though, I can only probably play like maybe the first 30 hours, maybe till I beat the game. I can't be like Leonard and keep on grinding and just leveling up, because it's kind of like an infinite game. You just get stronger and stronger.
Is like Monster Hunter, is that a genre or is that like an actual game? Like game title.
It's actual game.
It's a game.
Oh, okay.
It's probably its own genre too. Like I don't think there's much else like it.
Yeah, playing Monster Hunter World, like maybe excited for more Monster Hunter games, but as I said, I'll probably play like for the first 30 hours, and I might stop if there's more.
Probably the closest thing I've ever played to something like that was Dauntless.
I was just about thinking about that game.
Yeah, it's probably the closest thing I've ever played to that. It's still very grindy too, though, in order to get all the stuff you want.
I love Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I was like, I beat the game Monster Hunter, and then Monster Hunter World, and then like there's like you can still keep on playing after the initial game, and then
he doesn't have DLC. I do.
And so I fought against this dragon that had exploding scales. Died easily, and I was like, all right, I think I'm good for this game. I think I got where I want to go.
Got all I can out of this game.
No, I'm out.
What was really funny is that people still play that game like religiously, and like sometimes
people are like level 999. They just teleport into your world and kill everything for you.
You could just like summon them with like a little blowhorn, ask for help. And then it's like God coming down to save you. They're like freaking naked with a sword, no armor, just naked.
Come grab my hand, get me on that beat. The way your body's moving, I can feel the heat of that fire. Look into my eyes, tell me what you see.